His teammate was the first to step on a landmine. Boom! Sand blasted up, and his ears rang non-stop. When the smoke cleared, his teammate's legs were gone. Mike rushed to help, but just as he stepped forward, he heard a snap under his foot. He had stepped on a mine too. It was disaster after disaster. Mike froze, knowing if he moved again, he would end up just like his teammate. He forced himself to calm down and comfort his teammate, telling him to grab morphine from his medical kit. The pain eased a little, but without bandages, his teammate would bleed out fast. Mike chose to gamble. He bet the old mine under his foot had already failed. But just then, as he tried to lift his foot, his teammate refused to let him take the risk and shot himself in the head. His teammate died instantly. Mike screamed in rage, but no matter how loud, nothing would change. He forced himself to calm down and analyze the situation. First, he had to confirm if he really stepped on a mine. He crouched and poked under his foot with a knife. Metal clinked. No doubt, it was a mine. If he lifted his foot, it would explode. Mike no longer dared to hope. He had to call for help, but the radio was inside his teammate's backpack. He tied his shoelace with his rifle sling, hooked it to his vest, and pulled the backpack over. He got the radio, but it had no battery. He looked up and saw the battery was in his teammate's pocket. Mike was frustrated, but luckily, he found a solar charger in the bag. After waiting a long time, the radio finally turned on. He called the base for help, but the reply crushed him. No helicopters could come. Sandstorms could strike any time. Ground rescue would take at least 52 hours. Until then, he had to survive alone. It was like a death sentence. Supplies in the desert were scarce. Even a normal man wouldn't last 2 days, and Mike's water was almost gone. Yet even with anger in his heart, he refused to give up. He set a timer and began the long wait, but fate would never let him survive that easily. The first test came fast. A massive sandstorm hit him. Mike quickly covered his mouth and nose with a scarf. He pressed his rifle into the ground to hold himself in place. But even like that, the violent wind almost blew him away. Luckily, the storm didn't last long, and Mike survived it. He even joked, "Don't worry, worse is coming." Just then, his teammate's body rolled in front of him. Mike grabbed the battery from the pocket, but when he turned around, the radio pack had blown far away. It felt like fate was mocking him. He could only force a bitter smile. Time passed, and Mike drank the last drop of water, but rescue was still far away. He completely broke down. He pulled out his gun, ready to end it. Suddenly, a villager appeared in the distance. The man walked in a strange path, like he knew where the mines were. He could talk with Mike, but his eyes looked at him like a clown. Mike begged him to grab the backpack, but the man ignored him, took his canteen, and left. He kept muttering, "Take the next step. The mine is right under you." Mike didn't dare to move. Yet the villager's visit stopped him from pulling the trigger. Not long after, a little girl showed up. She walked the same way as the villager. She handed back the canteen, now filled with water. Mike drank it in big gulps. Then he asked her to bring the radio, but the girl didn't listen and ran off. Mike couldn't understand why they refused to help. He had no choice but to hold on. He checked the timer. Rescue was still 38 hours away. Night came, and he stared at his wife's photo on the phone to survive the long hours. The second test came quick. This time, several wild dogs surrounded him. While Mike looked away, they dragged off his teammate's body. Then they turned on him. Mike fired his gun. Suddenly, one of the dogs stepped on a mine. The explosion scared them all away. Mike made it through the night. The next day, the villager came again. He was shocked that Mike had survived the beasts. He told Mike again to step forward, but Mike still refused. So the villager said nothing more. He picked up the backpack for Mike and left. More time passed. Mike's food was gone. He started eating scorpions from the sand. He drank his own urine to stay alive. His exhausted mind began to hallucinate. He saw his teammate alive, talking non-stop. Like that, Mike lasted until night again. But darkness brought the wild dogs back. This time they attacked him directly. Mike fought back hard. With his strength, he killed the dogs. Under extreme tension, he made it through the most dangerous. The first shot rang out, and Colonel Harris was hit instantly. Everyone locked on the target. Kane had finally appeared. Soon after, they found Colonel Harris. William appeared directly and met Colonel Harris just to draw Kane out. The others were all hidden, waiting for Kane to show up. Very soon, Kane made his move. He shot Colonel Harris in the arm. Because of that shot, everyone locked on his location immediately. Kane realized he was exposed and moved quickly, but the range wasn't enough, so everyone had to chase with their rifles. The rookie sniper charged to the front. After the kill, Kane kept running, and Jack chased closely. Soon, Kane ran into the range of his preset remote sniper. He stopped, found cover, and prepared to fight back. With his rifle and the remote sniper covering, he had total advantage. Jack was forced down by his fire, but Jack was tough. He rushed forward and fired his pistol repeatedly to suppress Kane. He forced Kane off balance and tackled him to the ground. The two struggled for a while. After they broke apart, Kane picked up Jack's pistol. Jack grabbed Kane's remote, but the phone aim was too slow, giving Kane a clear advantage. Jack had no choice but to throw the remote away. Just as Kane was about to finish Jack, William finally arrived. He fired one shot into Kane's gun arm, telling him he was done. Then he fired another shot straight to the head. 2 shots fully showed William's power as a top sniper. Kane fell, marking the end of this deadly hunt. 2 men were once brothers in arms. But now, one of them is aiming at the other with a remote sniper rifle. His name is Kane. He is a veteran sniper, but one failed mission once made him kill his own teammates. That failure broke him inside. It even messed up his mind. He always believes the blame is not his alone. His teammates who were on that mission should also pay. He presses his phone. Now Kane is completely insane. He wants to hunt down the rest of his old squad. Meanwhile, on the Syrian border, the main character Jack is on a sniper mission. His target is a terrorist leader. Beside him are his spotter Lisa and another sniper team, but the target never shows up. The other team gets bored and plays chess. One sniper even stands up to pee. Their laziness makes Jack speechless. Just then, the target appears. All 4 soldiers get into position, but the leader hides among refugees, and Jack cannot find a clean shot. So Jack orders the other sniper to fire, but that sniper is clumsy. His shot misses, and it exposes their position. The terrorists fight back immediately. Bullets rain down like a storm. One spotter gets hit and dies on the spot. The situation turns deadly, but Jack keeps calm and fires back. 1 shot, 1 kill. He drops 5 enemies in a row. The terrorists panic and retreat, but the leader escapes by car. This mission ends in failure. Back at the base, Jack asks his commander to transfer him. Unreliable teammates, a foreign land, and too many lives lost all make him feel drained, but the commander rejects him. Jack is the Army's best sniper. This is the life he was born for. And more than that, Jack's father William was a world-class sniper legend, the idol of every marksman. For your father's honor, you can't just walk away. Jack has no choice but to stay. Soon after, the commander meets Colonel Harris. News has spread that Kane is on a killing spree. 4 former teammates are already dead. One of them is Jack's father. That old mission had 5 survivors besides Kane. Now 4 are gone. Only one man is left, and he could die at any time. There's night.